We've got you completely covered in the 5A District 3 bracket. All the success of our local football teams has been a real treat for us this season, especially the historical nature of what Ephrata is doing, not only by finally getting back into the District 3 playoffs for the first time since 1987, but by winning more and more games, ultimately ending up in the 5A semifinals tonight. As a result of Ephrata's amazing run and Cocalico's bid to get back to the District 3 title game, we felt it best to bring on someone who has knowledge and expertise in both of those categories. It's the old legend himself, Coach Phil Kauffman. Well, thank you so much for being here, Coach Kauffman. We really appreciate it, and I know it's just been a real treat for you to witness what Ephrata and Cocalico are doing this season, right? I mean, how great has it been for you to sit and watch it week after week?
It's outstanding when you see these kids execute the way they could. They put in all the hard work in the off season. I went to some Calico practices, and I know I talk to Chris all the time. I get their videos, so I knew they were going to be good. And this is where they should be, and I'm just so much fun to watch these guys execute.
Can you put into perspective kind of all the history that Ephrata football has been able to achieve this season and, give us a feeling for kind of what it means for the community as well?
I guess their best team, or one of their teams, was in 1956, I believe.
Yes.
They went 10-0, but they've never won more than, that's the only time they were undefeated. And just going to the games and watching on TV the way the community's rallied around them, they put the time in. They've come from way back to build one heck of a program. You got to give Chris Miller so much credit and his staff. Like he says, you got to win every day, and that's what they've been doing. And it is so much fun to watch those guys play the way they're playing. Probably the best team in the history of Ephrata football, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and you would know, you've seen a bunch of it. Tell us kind of what you like about the way the offense operates, the defense operates, and it's led to all of this winning.
Well, I'll tell you, number one, they have speed. They probably have the best, fastest wide receivers in the district. Plus, they got great size. They have a 205-pound tailback that runs like a bull, and he's got decent speed. They got a 215-pound quarterback who can make the long passes, and when he has to, he can run. They have it all. They really do. And if they keep playing the way they're playing, this district final could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, speaking of that, I've already been on record saying that I would give up all of my birthday and Christmas presents this year to see a Cocalico-Ephrata District 3 championship matchup. How likely is that to happen, and what would it mean for the programs and all of the fans?
Well, both teams have a tough game coming up. I watched Hershey against New Oxford, and they have a running back, Angel Cabrera. He's 6 foot 230, and he just ran through New Oxford. He's big, he's strong, and he's got decent speed, and their offensive line is tough. It's going to be a tough game for Ephrata, but they got to punch him in the face early, because I think Hershey's kind of like Cocalico last year. They have a feeling they're a team of destiny, being a low seed and beating the top seeds, and Ephrata's got to get to them and hit them hard at the beginning of the game. But I think as good as Ephrata is, I think they can stuff them, which they're going to need to do.
Yeah. All right, well, let's switch to Cocalico. They lose the first game of the year. It was on Blue Ridge 11. We saw it against Warwick, and then rattle off 10 straight wins. How impressive has that been to you all season?
It's been outstanding. They're running their offense as well as any Cocalico team ever did. I love to watch them execute the veer and the option, and they have speed. This Longenecker kid, he can score from anywhere. And now that Epinet's back, he gets the ball in the open, he's gone. He runs a 4.40. And of course, Steffi and the other young man at fullback, they've got the right people at the right position. And the quarterback, man, he just runs it and makes great decisions. They have a perfect team to run the Navy offense, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, I know you are. Obviously, you've been a huge part of that over the years, so you know what good football looks like over at Cocalico. But as a coach who's kind of been to a few district championships in your own day, you know how hard it is to repeat as champions, which is what Cocalico's trying to do. So how hard is it really for this Eagles team to stay focused for this game, and then if they win the game after that in the district championship?
Well, I think Stroley's got him. I think he's got him rolling, and I think that first loss really kind of motivated them. And they've been here before. They're experienced. They played Cedar Cliff a few times before. Now, this Cedar Cliff team, I think, is one of their better ones in the Mid-Penn. They have one loss to McDevitt. But at Cocalico, if they can execute their offense the way they've been, I think we got a good shot of seeing a great district final at Cocalico.
Yeah, it was in 2019. Cocalico beat Cedar Cliff in the District 3 finals over in Denver, and now this one will be in Cedar Cliff. So we'll find out how that wraps up at the end of the night. Final predictions for the games. Hershey and Ephrata, Cocalico and Cedar Cliff. Who wins those games, and who eventually wins the District 3 5A championship?
Well, right now I'd have to say that it's going to be Cocalico and Ephrata in the district final. And until I watch their semifinal games, I'm going to hold my prediction. I don't want to predict right now.
Well, at least if that happens, everybody in Lancaster County is going to be excited, and we'll all be rearing to go. That game would be at Cocalico, by the way. And, of course, you know Blue Ridge 11 will be there. Coach Kauffman, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
It's great seeing you, Chad. I appreciate you having me on. What a great year.
Yeah, it really has been impressive.